Jack and Dan, and we're getting ready to do some fall yard work.
And we just been piling those leaves up there for years, and it's basically turned into dirt. And it's just a really nice big long kind of thing, and we grow plants in there and sometimes food and all kind of different things here. But lots of leaves around all these bricks and the tree lawns, so we're going to give it a shot with the old Ryobi here and see what it can do. All right, as you can see here, we got a full charge, completely full. We got 18.1 hours so far that we've used this summer. All right, there's the first 2 bags, no problem. Chopped them up pretty good. You know, they're not whole leaves. Chopped them up good, took some grass up with it. No clogging or anything. All right, so pretty heavy area over here just to show you. I'm actually gonna turn this on. I'm riding on it. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna turn the camera around and see what happens. So we're just gonna pull the blade up here. Here, as you can see, it did pretty well. Definitely going to do some footage while Jack's taking it for a ride here, but seems to really just be sucking everything right up. I mean, this bag's already full. This guy is totally full already, and I only went around the house like 1 time. Second load, 2 bags there already, 2 bags more to go. It's crushing so far. This is my one part of the tree lawn here, and pretty much did a great job. I mean, even though these leaves are kind of wet, it's hard to get the stuff that's down in the street. We usually scoop that into a can or something, but yeah, I mean, you can see here, I did 1 pass on the way here, and now I'm going back on the way to this other row, and it's crushing it. Again, this isn't a ton of leaves. I mean, it's a decent amount for most people. It's nothing what we're used to. We're used to where you can't even see the grass at all, and that's where it's going to be here in another couple of weeks. But honestly, this thing's just crushing. We're going to show a few more views and stuff and see how many bags we end up with today. But as you can see here, it's just knocking it out, no problem. And there's still actual grass it's cutting too, so really, really impressive. All right, there's third stop. Got 4 piles already for 2 stops. It's gonna be 6 bags now. I didn't quite fill those up all the way, but that's 8. That's bags 7 and 8. And this is my 4th stop, and it's piling up. Got a lot more to go. All right, so this is stop number 7. Just dumped this one, dumping the second one here. So this is 14 bags. As you can see, starting to pile up. Getting a lot of grass too from the front because it's actually still growing pretty good. So I'm going to take over here, and Jack is going to take over. He likes to do this whole back section here. We got a lot more leaves here, just kind of in with the grass. As you can see, this got real good here. I'm gonna go around while he's finishing up here and show you some areas. But hop on there, kiddo. It's your turn, man. Just gonna lock this up, push that down, and just. There we go. Just got to lock that in there so it doesn't take off. I'll tell you what you can do when you're driving it, buddy. You can really hear it. You can hear the leaves just smacking against that top of that thing. I mean, they're just flying in there, man. So go ahead and pop it on and do your little circle here around. See, our yard is pretty much crystal clear. You can see our neighbors, just for instance there, very covered with leaves. Part of the problem when we cut, when we do leaves like this, is by the time we're done, a lot of them blow over from the other yards and stuff into here. But you can see the tree lawn came out really good. There was quite a bit of leaves there. I mean, in comparison to, if you look across the street there going on, and they've got a lot of leaves. We get just as much, so it's crushing it, no problem. It's even taking a lot of the stuff out of the corners here and everything. So we just pre-prep by kind of raking around the bricks and bringing that out, and then we go around and then knock it all out. But yeah, really doing a great job cleaning everything up here. And this grass still looks really good. I mean, for first week in November, you know, it's still pretty sunny and warm. Here's our massive, ridiculous castor oil plants. They took a long time to grow this year, but then when they finally did, they came in like beasts. We'll be cutting those guys down soon. Yeah, this whole area here came out great. I mean, there's nothing. This tree lawn over here, we have a very long tree lawn because we're between 2 cul-de-sacs. So, I mean, I'm very impressed, even for how wet it was and everything. Okay, so last one. Give him a shot of the yard. Looks great, man. You did an awesome job, buddy. Ended up doing 10 stops. That's 20 bags. Kind of always hard to judge at the beginning of the year how many we're going to have that first time, but not bad. All right, so we used about almost exactly 1 hour because it was at 18.1, I think. So we did 19.2. And we use a little bit more energy right about at the halfway point, man. Usually in the summer we've got like one more bar. So it didn't really take too much more time. A lot of the getting on and off, which is always the hassle of the, you know, the leaves. But it's not a big deal because we just stop here and dump them. You can see how many leaves we have already. Just this first season here. Pretty crazy. So, because this is all really flat right here, so this big, huge mound here. So, pretty awesome. We'll do an update again, I guess, right, buddy?
Yep.
If we need to, I don't think this is going to be a problem. I think this thing crushes, especially considering how thick the grass still was and the fact that it was all pretty wet. I think it did awesome. How do you think?
Very good.
And we're definitely going to look into getting a plow attachment for the winter and putting that on there. And using this for plowing as well. It is quite heavy, much heavier than a regular mower, so that'll help. But I'm still going to get chains and a plow for the front. And Jack can't wait to plow the snow with it, can you, buddy?
Yeah.
That's going to be fun, I think. Well, we're going to rake these leaves, kind of straighten them out. And we'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for future notifications. We'll see you next time.
Bye.